So welcome back, guys, to another video on Kids Coding Playground. Today we'll be finishing up the coin matching game. So from last week we did the check button, the new button, the robot setup, and the backdrop. So that's all we have for today. Today we'll be working on the arrows and add some more code to the robot. So let's go to the first arrow, the down one for the 1 cent. So for the down one, I'm gonna get one flag clicked. The green flag is clicked. Zoom in low. Let's hide. And then when the backdrop switches to backdrop 2, then we want to show, because the first backdrop is the instructions backdrop, and then the second one is the actual this backdrop. And then after that, we want to do when the sprite is being clicked. Then let's get an if-then statement. If selected one is greater than 0, because this is going back, that means -1. So if selected one is greater than 0, that means anything greater than 0, then we want to change the selected one by -1. Selected one by -1. So this arrow, all the left arrows are making it -1, and all the right arrows are making it go up by 1. Alright, so for the up arrow, it's pretty much the same thing, but we're just gonna, and the only reason we put the 0 right here is to prevent it from being a negative number. So, let's drag and drop all of this code into the up key. We just have to change it a little bit. Like that, okay? So, we have all this code. So for this one, we're just going to take all of this out. Just take all of that out and change selected one by 1. Selected one by 1 instead of -1. Okay? So for the down 5, it's pretty much the same thing as well. I'm going to drag and drop the same code from down 1 into down 5. Down 5, pretty much the same thing, except we have to change the variables. Instead of selected 1, it'll be selected 5, because this is the 5 cent down button, and then we're going to change this to selected 5 as well. So that's the code for this down. For the up, it's literally the same thing as this one, except for the variable. We just have to change some variables. So just keep on repeating this until you're all done with all of them. So up, we're going to have to do select 5 and change it by 1. So up, you're going to have to do that. And then for the down one, I'm just going to drag and drop all of this into the down 10. Instead, we're going to do the new other variable, select 10, instead of select 5. So just keep on repeating this. Select 10. And this should be select 10 as well. So now we have all of that. Let's go to the up one. So let's drag and drop this, and this. Okay. And you can actually skip this part if you want. You can just pause the video and just do it yourself. So selected 10, change that by 1. And then finally we have the last down button. So let's drag and drop this into the down button. So instead right here, we're going to change this to 25. Selected 25. And this should be selected 25 as well. So that's for the down. And then for the up, we're going to get this code. Instead, we're going to have to change the variable. This variable should be selected 25. Okay, now let's try it out. So now when you click the up and down, as you can see, when it's 0, you cannot keep on going down. It goes up, as you can see. As you can see, it's working. So now the arrows are working out. And I also want to show the target when it switches to this backdrop. So right here, show the target variable. I forgot to do that in the last video, But in this video, let's just show the target. In the beginning, when you click space, the target shows up. So now let's work on the rest of the code for the retro robot. So we're gonna make a custom block for the retro robot. So let's make a custom block. We're gonna name it calculate. Calculate. So this is to calculate the least amount of steps or least amount of coins it takes to get the value. So in the beginning, we're gonna set all the calculate variables to 0. So we're gonna set so calculate 1, calculate 5, calculate 10, and calculate 25 all to 0. And then we're gonna set the remainder to the target. The remainder to the target, which is pick random 1 to 100. And then we're gonna start from the biggest number, the 25, because we want to find the least amount of coins. So we're gonna start from the 25 cent. Repeat until the remainder is less than 25. Repeat until the remainder is less than 25, the variable remainder. And then we'll, if this is true, then we will set the remainder to remainder minus 25. So we'll subtract. Let me duplicate this. Remainder minus 25. And then we want to change the calculate 25 by 1 because you have one more. So you want to change the calculated 25 by 1. Alright, so now we just duplicate this. And now we just have to change this to 10. Change this to 10. And instead of calculate 25, we're going to do calculate 10. And change it by 1, like that. Alright, now let's duplicate this. Put this under here. This. Remainder is less than 5, so now we have to do 5. Change this to 5 as well. Instead of calculate 10, we're going to calculate 5. And then finally, we have down here, we want to set the calculated 1 to the remainder, the value of whatever the remainder is. Alright, so this is the calculate custom block code. Okay, now let's continue. So remember earlier I broadcasted the message check answer. Well, now this is where the check answer comes into play. So we're going to try to find the least amount of steps you can do this in. So we're going to do when I receive check answer. We're going to calculate on this custom block right here. And then we're going to get an if-else statement. Okay, so if the selected 1 is equal to selected calculated 1. So this is just to find the least amount of steps. This is a really long statement right here. So we're going to need 3 ands, I think. Yeah, so let's get 3 ands. And then, so we're going to get an equal right here. Equal. We're going to put an equal right here. Equal right here. And an equal right here. A really long statement. So if the selected 1, so whatever the selected is equal to the amount of calculated 1. So the amount you selected is equal to the calculated 1, and selected 5 is equal to calculated 5. And then you have selected 10. Yeah, this is pretty long. Selected 10 is equal to calculated 10. And selected 25 is equal to calculate 25. Then that means we have to get it, say that's correct, because that's the least number of steps. Say that is correct. Correct. That is correct. And then let's say if it's not the least amount of steps, we're going to get another if-else statement. Put that inside the else area. So this is the code for the top. I'm going to show it for a little bit. If else inside the else area. So if the target is equal. Okay, so we're going to need 3 addition signs. Let's put that right here. wait, we're gonna need this, oops, sorry, addition, not subtraction, like that, and like that, so 3 addition signs. So if the selected 1 is multiplied by 1, so this is like, if you get it correct, but it's not the least amount of steps, it will do this. Selected 5, multiplied by 5. Selected 10 is multiplied by 10. I think we need even more. Actually, we need one more addition sign. So get an addition sign, put this selected 1 plus this. Selected 1, multiply. Oh, sorry, this should be multiply. I'm doing this wrong. Sorry about that. Multiply, so we're going to get this selected 1 multiplied by 1 plus selected 5 multiplied by 5. This should be multiplication, not addition. Selected 5 multiplied by 5. This is a really long one as well. And then we need another addition. Selected 10 multiplied by 10. Multiply. Selected 10 multiplied by 10. And then we need a selected 25 multiplied by 25. So we're going to get an addition sign. One last one. Pop that in the front. And drag this over here. Selected 25 multiplied by 25. Selected 25 multiplied by 25. Like that. Put that in the front. And if that's equal to the target number, then we will say that is correct, but that is not the least amount of steps. That is correct, but it is not the least amount of coins. Like that. And if it's just completely wrong, then we'll just say that is incorrect. Alright, so I think we're done. Now let's test it out. Alright, let's try it out. Let's click the play. Spacebar. New 81, so let's do 3 of these, 75. And then we do 1 of these, 80, and then 1 of these. Check. That is the least amount of steps, so that is correct. Let's put a new one. Let's say if we do it slower. So let's do like 6 of these, and then 2 of these. It'll say that is correct, but that is not the least amount of coins. So as you can see, it's working. And when you just get it completely wrong, it just says that is incorrect. So I'm going to do one more. 86. Let's see. 3 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. That is correct. So as you can see, it is working now. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the coin game. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.